Hi. So it's been quite a little while since we've kind of had a talk, and I guess that's because life just passes by so quickly. Like you blink and it's been a month or a month and a half. I guess I'm going to really kind of talk about where I am and how things are going. Things have been really good, but I'm not going to, sit here and make it seem like everything's been perfect because it hasn't. Things get hard, after the initial large weight loss. It sort of slows down, and I'm probably losing about 5, 6, 7 pounds a month, which normally is amazing, and I couldn't imagine that. But really, once you've been losing 5 pounds in a week or something like that, you turn around and you're like, oh my god, I'm only losing 6 pounds in a month, and you think you're doing something wrong, but really it just means that it's time for you to sort of change your routine or add something new or take something away that you've been doing. I think the hardest part is now living with the band. I really do feel full so often. Like everything I eat, like it really sits in my stomach, and I do feel satisfied. I think the main problem is that you have to convince your brain that you're not hungry. Even though your stomach feels full, your brain is constantly saying, go to the kitchen. What's there? While you're sitting at home watching TV at night, you have to, fight that battle where your brain, from so many years of conditioning of getting up and sitting on the couch eating all night, even though your stomach is full, your brain is still saying, like, what's in the cupboard? What could you get? Oh, try this, have some of this. And really, you don't want it. So it's the weird battle of brain and stomach, I guess. I'm trying, and sometimes I win the battle and occasionally I lose. But that's life, and life is full of battles. And, my great therapist, she's amazing, and she came with all of this stuff with the surgery and all of that. And, she says to me, I came in one day and I was like, I feel really crappy. I had a horrible day. I feel really bad, And she said to me, Michelle, it's not about not being bad, because you can't not be bad in life. There's always going to be something that you ate that you didn't want to eat, or something that you did that you probably shouldn't have done. It's not about avoiding those things. It's about managing them. And she said, when you have ups and downs in life, your ups and downs sort of go up and down and up and down when you're, sitting on the couch and eating all these horrible things for you. Your ups and downs are sort of substantially larger. Once you learn to sort of manage those, she said, your ups and downs become so steady that it almost feels like a straight line, even though there's ups and downs. And that's really what life is about, is learning to manage your ups and downs and make them containable so that you don't feel this horrible feeling when you eat something, This is not a diet. This is not a, way of life that I have to live now where I can only eat salad. I can eat whatever I want. Well, I should be careful when I say that, because I can't eat whatever I want because the ban limits you. But technically, with all of this, you can still eat some of that crappy stuff. I could still have a cookie or a small piece of cake. All of that will still go down. And it's about controlling it from my end and learning to do that, fighting the battle. I find that the way that I beat it is by keeping myself busy and trying to do things that I may not have normally done. Like, if I feel like I need to eat something, put on a load of laundry. Or if I feel like, whatever, go out, go visit a friend, go, drink an herbal tea. Any of these things, they'll keep you from doing what's hurtful and what you've sort of done. I went to an Overeaters Anonymous meeting recently because I was fighting the battle of brain versus stomach, and I thought that might help me. And I found that they say that really it's about, doing something different and keeping yourself busy, because boredom, I worked with kids for so many years, and I always used to say, boredom is what gets kids in trouble. Boredom is what ends kids in jail. And I really look at it now, and boredom is what makes people fat, and boredom is what ends up killing people and ruining their lives. And that's not what I want anymore. And, although it's a struggle, and, I've lost just about 60 pounds now, which feels amazing, and people are starting to notice now. People at work are like, are you, watching what you eat or whatever? And I'm always constantly saying, yeah, I'm trying, because that's all I'm doing is trying. And I'm lucky that I found something like the band that was able to sort of guide me where I needed to be, because although I have all this, newfound strength, that I'm able to go through with it, but really the band sort of, it's my backbone, it's my partner, it's what keeps me on top, and I'm thankful for that. I have had many fills, not many, but maybe about 5 or 6 fills. I'm sitting at about a 6.2. My band's max is about a 9. Everybody's different, so it doesn't really matter, what number you're at. That's just, I'm just giving a reference point, I guess, so to speak. But like I said, I'm really sorry that I haven't blogged in a little while, and that's just because life happens, and it's hard. In the beginning, there's so much to talk about. It's all so exciting, and everything's great, and you're on top of the world, and everything's wonderful. And then, it's been 3-4 months, and you're sort of at a point where you're like, okay, I'm still going, but like, there's not that exciting stuff anymore. And now it's sort of convincing myself to keep on pushing, because I deserve it, and I do, and so do you. That's it. I have a cousin, and I've been trying to sort of get him on top of things and make him sort of into it. And I see where he's at, and I realize to myself that it makes me realize that you can't force anybody into this stuff. You have to be ready. I was totally ready, and I am dedicated to this for the rest of my life. Whether it happens in 6 months or, a year and a half, whatever the case may be, I'm ready, and I'm willing to stick out that time and let it happen. I of course want to rush it. My sister's getting married in August, and I would love to be a beautiful, thin, flourishing maid of honor. But we'll see how that goes. I will keep in touch, and we'll definitely see. Hopefully I can get there. So I think finding things to sort of motivate you and give you that little push a little bit further is important, like whether it be, a wedding, or, for me, I really want to do yoga, but I'm not able to sort of get into some of the positions yet. So that's a motivating factor for me. I want to get to that point. Just one more exciting thing is that now, and as silly and stupid as this sounds, I said to my boss the other day, who's my good friend, by the way, oh my God, I can cross my legs. And she was like, oh, couldn't you always do that? And my response was, no, I couldn't. I couldn't sit with my legs crossed. And now I'm at a point where I can comfortably cross my legs and sit down, and it's still a little pull, but I'm there, and I'm comfortable, and I'm baby steps towards where I ultimately want to be, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I hope that everybody's doing, is taking baby steps, whether it's towards weight loss, or towards getting a career, or towards finishing school, or whatever it is. I hope that you can find the inspiration to continue moving forward to whatever it is that your goal is. And I hope that I can do the same, and let's keep on trucking. Thanks so much, and I promise it won't be so long to the next time.